Hello everybody! So this is 9 weeks after my operation and I had an amazing birthday. It was so good. Can you see this? I will here. This was a birthday present. It's a handbag and it's absolutely amazing. It's all made out of felt and it looks a bit like a Muppet. So it was absolutely brilliant, and thank you to anybody who wished me birthday wishes or got me a present or a card or anything. It was amazing. Such a good day. So my boyfriend took me to the Enchanted Forest and that was great. So anyone who's thinking about going, it's like there's lights in the trees and music and it's all coordinated together, and there's water jets that come out of the loch and oh, it's beautiful. So we went to that and we went for a meal first. Now last week when I was in Inverness I complained of this pain that was here and I said that it happened within the first half an hour. So we were probably about an hour and a half walking around the Enchanted Forest. Well, we were an hour and a half at the Enchanted Forest, sometimes standing. We sat for quite a while in a yurt listening to a story. So I wasn't walking the whole time, but about an hour and a half there. We had about, say, 2 hours before we arrived for dinner and everything. And I was about an hour back in the car before this pain started. And I thought, wow, that's really good. It's taking much longer, you know, walking around, because the forest was so busy. I think I was still kind of tensed up because there was lots of people coming one way. We were all going the other way, and we were trying to get the last act of the circus people. So we were trying to desperately get there, and all the people who'd just seen the second last one were coming back. So it was a bit busy, and not just busy like in town busy, but busy on a very small path in a forest busy. So I was quite impressed that this pain didn't kick off. Anyway, it started then, and whereas before when it started, when I was in Inverness, it was still a wee bit niggly the next day, but then the day after it was gone. So this pain took longer to start, but then Saturday it was there, Sunday it was there, Monday it was there, and I thought, I'm a bit concerned about this. So on on Tuesday I phoned my nurse and she said, oh, could you come in Wednesday morning? So I was like, anyway, I went in to see the surgeon. And he had a wee look at me, so I'll stand up so you can see Anne's belly, or ish. So my belly ranges this size, and they went in through here to the side and at the bottom, and they were working here. So if I hold this hand where there is, this is where the pain is. So he said it's not where I've been working, because that's lower down, it's up the top, and he thinks it's muscular. So because it's higher up, and he did poke at it, and I was like, eh. But he looked at all my scars and he said they're all good, and he put my mind at rest, and he said because you wouldn't be doing as much and then doing things like walking, or because my 6-week period is finished. So for 6 weeks I was not supposed to lift a kettle, do the hoovering, put out the washing, because that's finished. I'm like, oh, well, I can do everything now. So I think I maybe overdid it. I think actually the culprit was a box that lives on top of my wardrobe, and I went to lift it off, which would be this kind of action, and well, maybe more level. I went to lift it off, and as I kind of pulled the last bit off, I realised, oh, actually it's heavier than I thought, and so this arm took most of the weight, so that would probably be what happened. Anyway, I went in to see him, and he told me to take ibuprofen. Now, I don't know about the rest of Crohn's people, if you've been told not to take that in the past. When I very first got diagnosed, the gastroenterologist I had told me never to take like Nurofen, ibuprofen, these things, because they've got anti-inflammatories in them, and it'll activate your Crohn's. So when the surgeon told me to take it, I was like, and I did query it, and he said, well, the thing is, paracetamol wouldn't have been doing that much for it, and I said no, it wasn't, and I don't really like taking tramadol that often. So he said, well, take it, just take one, and if it goes away you'll know it's muscular, and he said take it until it goes away but don't overdo it. So I've been reluctantly taking one every so often because I'm so wary about it. But hopefully it'll be fine. So that was yesterday I saw the surgeon, and tomorrow is the wedding. Very excited. So I thought I'd show you my lovely glamorous dress. So if I stand over here, hopefully you'll see it. So it's all floaty light, it's got bits on it, and it just hangs. So this is the dress that my mum referred to as a tent, because as you can see by the bagginess, there is absolutely, like, once it stops here it just floats down. There's nothing that's pinning my stomach in at all. And if I rotate this way, you can see my stomach is still a little bit round. So if I pinch it, maybe that would be better. There we go. Pinching of the dress. So it's still a little bit round, so I don't really like stuff pushing on it at all. And I have a beautiful bag. Look at this. Isn't it glitzy? Ooh. And crazy glitzy shoes. But I don't know how long I'll be able to walk in these because they're quite high. So hoping we're going to be sitting at the church and, you know, sitting at the hotel, so I'll just sit and look pretty. That is my plan. But very excited about the wedding, and I'm hoping there's not too much. Sorry, that's my seat. I'll move my seat around, it makes noise. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to manage the whole day. We've been invited to the whole day, which is amazing, and the wedding's at 1 o'clock, but we're leaving 2 hours to get to the place in case of, you know, like traffic and finding the church and everything. So that's at 1 o'clock, and the meal is at 4, and then, I don't know, say the meal lasts 2 hours, and then the dancing and things will begin. So it'll be a long day. So we booked into the hotel so that if I get tired at any point, I can just very sneakily go up and have a little rest and lie down. So I'm very, very excited. So I will let you know how it goes, and if I manage to do like one dance. And yes, that is an update. 9 weeks on. Oh, and we are staying quite close to where my friend Dave is, so I'm hoping to go and manage to visit him in hospital. And I've heard that he's getting on quite well. I think he's very, very sore and on morphine. I've been communicating with his partner because I remember what I was like in hospital. There was kind of lack of communication coming from my phone. So I don't know if he'll be just... I think it's better for him to rest because he'll have lots of people asking how he is. Mind you, she's probably got lots of people asking her too. But yes, she said he's coming on well, but he is sore. So poor Dave. And on a last note, the piggies are all well. So that's 9 weeks on and everything going